today.
Well,
but not in Game 1. Game 1 is...
in Game 1, are we like Wukong, Vi, Azir, Victor, Nara, Zeri, Lulu, Lucian, Nami? Okay, cool. So what are we doing here? We're in the draft. I don't know why, because we know exactly what's going to happen. It has been illustrated already. It has been seen in the cosmos. I'm going to write ASOL down.
We're going back to the cosmos?
I'm writing ASOL down. It's last pick here on red side. It's written on my piece of paper.
Atlas is really trying to...
I have actually...
this.
See, look.
No, I'm
there it is.
You guys can't see this, but he has actually... He's written it down.
I have.
Prematurely. I don't know why.
I'm believing. There was a full graphic with Faker's face on a dragon. That means that we must be heading towards an Aurelion Soul. It is written. Annie going to be banned away. Lucian taken off the board. And the Varus will follow. So, the trifecta of champions, or the trinity of champions, that generally give us more interesting bottom lanes, have been taken away.
Play Caitlyn. Because if not, if you're T1, you might be like, oh yeah, you can take Caitlyn, we don't care, we have an answer. We don't think Hannah's going to play it. That could be an angle, because if T1 gets it, so if you don't okay, they do ban it here. So, because if you don't ban it, then you know for a fact that Brian has to pick it, because you can't give it to T1 for obvious reasons. It's a flex pick.
It's also hard to play Aurelion Soul into Caitlyn.
So we knew the Zeri was coming. This is not a surprise. This is Hannah on his, or one of his, maybe his best champion. Even though Brian has not been able to string together a lot of wins. Yeah. Aphelios really didn't get buffed that much, but everyone has just been waiting for an excuse to play him again. Maybe we just play Aphelios fresh again. Yeah, pick the early Gragas. This is a flex pick. And then you can lock in fresh on the next rotation. Gragas can go into free lanes. Your entire top side could be well, not just one of the free.
You could actually have a team of 5 Gragases. And it makes sense.
Okay, well, Gragas AD, I do have some difficulty envisioning that.
But when it's Keria that's supporting, right?
Oh, no. Support Gragas, I am completely fine with.
No. As in, like, Keria is supporting Gumayusi's Gragas as Yasuo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah. That's something that we could definitely see.
It's bold to assume there wouldn't be Keria playing Yasuo in that situation.
I know. He is the better Yasuo on the team. There are definitely 3 other players that have played Yasuo here on T1, as Sejuani Lulu really just changing things up here, Brion. We haven't seen this combination ever before.
Yeah,
Looking forward to seeing what it's going to be able to do. I just have no idea what Zeri, Lulu, and Sejuani will be able to do together.
There it is.
As there's the Thresh. This is probably the best Thresh player that we have in the LCK. And have had for a while, and he's on it for the second time. His Thresh looked absolutely incredible earlier in the week, and we get treated to it again. With
this Renekton ban, T1 are also signaling that they want to play the Gragas mid, as opposed to flexing it towards top. Gragas
they're 100% playing it. Gragas is top.
But they're banning. Oh, because it's ASOL. Sorry, thank you, Max.
Yeah,
I was a little confused, Atlas. I'm glad the R5 ASOL is still safe.
Yeah.
League gets banned. Oner has been extremely effective on this champion. The Azir are going to get taken away as well, of course, because
it's a difficult matchup for the
Okay, another jungle ban would make sense here. Elise has not been picked up yet. It's going to be the Vi instead, so Elise would make sense here for T1. Can pick that one up.
A lot of magic damage if they pick Elise.
True, but you have Aphelios, so I don't think you care. Wukong was fine as well. We know that Oner plays it. It is still high on the tier list, and with Aphelios fresh, you're not really looking towards a lane that plays heavily towards early dives, so the Elise does lose somewhat of its impact. So it's going to be the Wukong.
Really like the Wukong Aurelion Soul mid-jungle 2v2 angle. We'll see exactly what Bro is going to pick up to face off into the Wukong and the obvious Aurelion Soul R5.
Could be Cannon here for T1, R5.
All right, Akali.
I love Cannon here.
Yeah, Akali, pretty good matchup for Aurelion Soul. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not at all. I'm so sad.
It's not happening, Atlas.
Keria could... okay, it is going to be the mid-Gragas, but I've already written it down!
Yeah, it's going to be Nara Cannon. I personally would love Cannon. I think Cannon is
me too.
incredible into both the Fiora And also, quite strong into Akali, can just press R and provide additional safety. But with the Gragas, you already have a pretty good tool into the Akali. I don't love picking Akali into Gragas. I do think that a lot of the value from your Shroud into Fresh with all the zone control that he has, Wukong with his AoE knock-up, and then also Gragas, who can just ult you out of Shroud, is a little dicey. T1, very straightforward composition. You have Faker on the Gragas providing the Soul AP. You have a incredible amount of pick and teamfight setup if you are the one playing on the front foot. And the Brion composition does have a lot of the mainstays of the current meta, but
Permafrost value?
Yeah, that's pretty good. You have the early power with your Sejuani, although actually taking down a Gragas will still be very tough. Champion has been very hard to take down consistently, and Body Slam kind of ruins a lot of the hard engage. And it's a short-range composition into Fresh Thalios.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you're going to feel particularly great about. Because this was what T1 did last year in spring. And we remember how that spring went.
This is what they did in their last match.
Also, yes.
Just, yeah, and that also looked extraordinarily one-sided. This guy has got a lot of tickets. Nice work. Making sure that he's here to support T1 at every opportunity. 13 wins, I think, is what he's been here for. T1 not undefeated so far this season, but haven't lost very much whatsoever. It's only one against Halma Life Esports, somehow.
Better get the solo lanes ahead, Atlas. Otherwise, I think Brion are going to be in for a tough game.
I agree. It's going to be a very difficult one. However, it could be one that could be exciting. Because, of course, Faker on the Gragas, always a joy to watch. Let's see what happens. We hop onto the Rift for Game 1. All right, Brion fans, not exactly the highest volume, but T1 fans absolutely exploding.
Their intensity was great, though.
That's true. That's true.
Want to note Zeus going for the boots first here. So Zeus in general is one of our best spacers on Gnar. Morgan is level 1 Fiora with Ghost, so you really can't afford to make any misstep here. Because the level 1 can be very oppressive. But because Zeus has boots, you're not in the happiest place as
T1 is sort of chasing everyone on Bro.
Yeah.
Point in time is all the flashes. Umpty going to respect Faker there, but Faker no flash at the very beginning of the game. It's probably kind of okay news for Bro.
Also starting with E, which is a little annoying. Supposed to getting your early Q allows you to both zone and deal with Karis, as I said, that Faker just gets a first strike.
11 gold, not bad.
Yeah,
that's most of a minion.
But I
about that one.
I wish we could just. I know Gnar is not the most exciting champion, but I personally would love to just hone in on this Gnar and see.
You can do that.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
How?
He's on the minimap.
Well, it's not the same as actually looking at the lane.
Oh, you can't have everything.
Well, I kind of want to, Atlas.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I mean, that's on you then, isn't it? Faker for getting some value out of his body slam that he did take early.
With your pleading for Acel today, I don't think you're in a position to make that
I know.
to make that judgment,
Isn't
Atlas. Yet you just persevere.
Yeah.
Just tread on.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of contradicting myself. As Effort and Hannah doing a pretty good job holding the wave here. But Effort still taking a fair bit of damage. And a bit of respect here being given. Not going to miss out on too many minions here are Keria and Gumayusi, so they don't have to play overly aggressive.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad moment as 100% win rate. Faker has not yet lost. Pardon me. On the Gragas. I feel like that should be a hard sentence to say. We have seen this pick become what we thought was a flex pick, but it's actually just been Faker. Like, I don't think they have actually flexed it at any point. Since they started picking it up this season, which is kind of crazy. And he just keeps getting it as well.
Bro, get a plate.
Yeah.
3 minutes, that ain't bad.
Yeah, we have Hannah and Alfred with a Doran's Blade, and Guma went for a Cull.
Yeah.
So you do not win the all-in, you also have Cleanse as opposed to a... Which is a great choice, obviously, into Sejuani and even into Polymorph. I do think it can be quite nice, but yeah, you're into the early game of Zeri and Lulu, so that is going to be the price that you pay for your call. So hopefully it works out as... Yeah, Gnar, when played well, is quite good into Fiora.
As it turns out, difficult for Fiora to win this matchup currently in the LCK. I guess as Umpty says thanks for the lunch money. And Oner is just going to have to walk away with his fiery tail between his legs. Keria struggling here into Faker, but Faker not a whole lot of mana right now. And is looking for a back timing. Keria also hasn't teleported back yet, so playing this one out well. But as we can see, Shroud on cooldown right as Oner turns up. Oh, this is scary. There's the body slam, Nimbus Strike. Going to get them in there. We'll see whether Keria actually has to flash here as he's just walking this one out.
Red buff.
Yeah, and there's the flash. Umpty is going to move himself forward and actually finds the permafrost onto Oner here as well. Keria moving back around, but he just flashes on top of him. Karia's going to be taken down. That's first blood. They go 1 for 1, but you'll take the extra 100.
First blood going over there to Oner. Faker says, yeah, I have no mana. I'm peacing out. But with Umpty arriving very timely there, there isn't really an opportunity to get out, so Oner makes the best of a bad situation. Gets out with a 1-for-1 trade. Downside is that he will be decently behind in experience, as Umpty got the double scuttle and will now be making his way over to continue clearing his camps.
Yeah.
Zeus gets a crasher. Of course, now knows that there is no Umpty. He is he was spotted on the ward just now.
By the
so
way,
he can just keep playing forward.
Bro, early advantage.
True.
Yeah. So currently ahead by 300 gold. I'll say it again, 300 gold. Not doing too badly here. But of course, this is sort of the calm before the storm, or at least that is what it feels like right now. Morgan getting harassed relentlessly here by Zeus. Just not letting him have any breathing room whatsoever. Nice little riposte, but not quite going to hit the Gnar.
Good sidestep from Zeus. That is riposte gone, so Morgan might have to respect. There is a junker in the general vicinity. Umpty needs the snowball early. Got that first kill, and if he can also shut down Zeus, that would be quite big. He doesn't know.
Yeah, there's the ghost. It's been popped already. Arctic Assault is going to miss. Grand challenge. Can they actually get it? They get the flash out from Zeus here, but out of permafrost range. So Umpty missing that Q. Bit sad here for Bro, but still getting the flash. Absolutely fantastic. He'll trade that for the ghost any day.
I wonder if they could have gotten the kill if Umpty flashes there for the permafrost. Zeus with the boots, of course, is extremely slippery. Also doesn't back and just immediately goes back to playing aggressive towards that top side. But if you can get the kill on Zeus there and shut him down early, force him to TP, and start snowballing other lanes, things are actually looking pretty decent. As get another look at the play here, as Oner is able to get the red buff, but due to the shuriken flip, Keria stays alive for quite a long time, then flashes, and then here, Faker has no mana, so like Faker can't do anything here, and Karia's actually providing opportunity to Oner. If Keria doesn't walk in there, I think Umpty always gets the 1v1. Like, he always gets the kill.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, even with Conqueror, I don't think you have enough damage as...
There's a hook. Zephyr just says goodbye. That was very cute. It was like a lot of things happening, and then nothing happened. I did just get word from Valdez that Umpty just didn't quite have his flash.
Oh, didn't have it up yet. Okay,
Wasn't
that makes
quite
complete sense. Yeah, because I figured he would have. Thank you, Valdez.
Yeah, there he is. Still, it was almost something happening.
Well, he's still at the flash, so it's still a big win.
Yeah, true.
For Keria. He is still going to be happy with that. Lulu without flash becomes a lot more susceptible to any aggressive plays from Faker, Wukong, or the Fresh here a second time around.
As Umpty might get face checked here, but no. T1 just going to look for a little bit of a back. And that gold lead that I was talking about is gone. It is completely tied up. Everything even. And this is, of course, the Brionne comfort zone. This is where they like to live, in a game state about as neutral as you can possibly get it. It's when chaos starts to reign that Bro find themselves struggling to work out what to do, but in this game state, this is it. This is Brion land. They love it. Inaction is their kind of action, you know?
I don't want to interrupt you, Atlas. You just keep going if you want to.
No, I don't. I would prefer to be interrupted by the game. That's what I was hoping for. I was thinking the more
I'm not going. I'm not going
like,
to. I'm waiting. I was interested to see where I was going to lead.
Yeah, so was I. It's always a journey.
You never know.
As Umpty, the human ward, will spot out. T1 moving down towards his bottom side. No one knows. Okay. Let's see if we can find ourselves.
Based on the movement of Effort and Hannah, you can make a pretty good educated guess that Umpty will be in the area, and he is now spotted on the ward. Guma going for the BT first build, as every time that we do spot Umpty, we pan to top lane, and it's just Zeus being about the most obnoxious that you can be with Gnar, as he often does.
Gnar is the perfect champion to be obnoxious with because he also makes a lot of noise all the time. Umpty takes a barrel. That's about it. There is the plate. Zeus kind of ignores. Okay, here we go. Umpty. Glacial Prison comes in. Faker walks. Faker continues walking. He will walk again. Takes a drink. Walks. Body slam. Come forward. It's T1 looking to turn it on its head.
Nicely done by Faker there, using the W to deny some of the damage, and yeah, it's Gragas, and he might not be super tanky, but he does still have the Catalyst, and there was also Oner there, so not really a great opportunity for Brion. As, yeah.
I just liked that Faker's walking there was pretty good. I was pretty impressed by the level of walking. Bro, just selecting some focus here towards his top side, which you could understand given the fact that Zeus is continuing to shove perpetually into that turret. And I do feel like things need to start moving a little bit quicker. Karis, about to hit that first item spike, right? Like, I think we're looking for Bro to try and fight around this next Drake that is going to be coming forward, as there is that second plate that we were talking about. Umpty just clearing up the wave, not allowing Zeus to have free time and not wasting these creeps that were coming forward. Morgan with no teleport available, not actually able to get there. Shuriken backflip comes in. Still waiting for Karis to have one more reset. So, 45 seconds until this Mountain Drake is upon us.
Called on for Guma, getting him an early BT. We'll have that available for any subsequent fight. Could be a mountain fight, as
Henna has one item.
Also, yes.
The only thing in his inventory.
We've been seeing more of the BT rush / early BTs build now that Overheal got buffed on the previous patch, and has actually been looking pretty good. A lot more survivability for AD carries, and Guma in particular with this weapon said that to me is a clear signal that they want to go and contest for this dragon. And if you can set up an early mountain here, get yourself a 2 Drake gold lead. Things are looking up for T1. They do have a lot of power available, a lot of one-item spikes. Although Faker, not the case just yet, whereas Kars does have his Proto Belt, so or Rocket Belt rather. So they do need to be a little careful with how they set up around these objectives. The 100-0 potential for Brion is still there.
Definitely is. Karis hitting that one item like we were talking about, so should be able to have some power. Fight for this dragon.
Yes.
And the action next to a wall.
Atlas, I don't know if we can.
I know.
We can manage this.
I know. We'll have to see.
It's simply too much.
I don't know. I don't know.
There are so many things happening. I can't keep track.
No, even already, right? Like, look at this. Zeus hits him with a boomerang. Morgan, are you going to be okay?
Well, no, because Zeus has She now. So previously with just the steel caps
walking
and the axe, Zeus was annoying, but now he actually deals damage.
All right.
We have some mild fighting.
Battling over the honey fruit? Okay, Bro, get it.
They are displeased, Atlas.
They are.
Ooh, what a fight. Yeah. Riveting.
I know. It's extraordinary. Karis wandering around the dragon. Dragon wakes up. Hello, dragon. Good morning. Bro, farming. T1 moving into the river, and they are going to start this one, but Umpty, he wants to go.
He is there.
He is. Oh. In vision now. Was standing just out of vision. That was cool. Now in vision.
Watch Keria.
It's fine, as Keria is going to flash play. There's the ulti from Henry. Finds the hook, though. And Henner is the priority. He's going to be taken down. The prison's a bit late and means absolutely nothing. And now Effort is like, take me back, T1. Take me back. I'm going this direction. But he will be able to deny a couple of assists. And it's actually a good idea. So the kill goes solely over to Oner. And now they will get to work on the dragon.
It's so good, man.
Yeah, that was the strangest like order of things, but worked out so incredibly well for Keria.
Because the fact that when he comes over that wall, I think initially Bro were expecting him to collapse onto Effort, right? But then he, after the blast gun, flashes, plays, and then sets up the play, and then actually finds the hook on Hannah as well. Like that's it's mind blowing. And Keria hadn't played Fresh for the longest time. Of course, Fresh buffed, Q-Max now a lot stronger.
Look at this play once again.
와볼래? 봐봐. 제리 끌었어. 제리.
He called
제리
Zero
노플이야,
before
노플.
he even casted his
룰루.
hook. Yeah, it's obscene confidence.
Like, what do you do?
He is so
What do you do as Bro? Like, you can't engage on the other end because engaging into a Gragas is notoriously hard, and focusing isn't going to do anything. So Guma is safe there, safeguarded by Oner and Faker existing. And then normally, you know, Hannah and Effort can kind of join up with the rest of the team and then try and look for a play, because yeah, not every support is Keria.
No.
And now they're up 2 Drakes, they're up 2k gold, and arguably the biggest winner of that whole play is Zeus, because he knew where Umti was for a large amount of time. So he got another play, and he has a 25 CS lead now.
He almost has the entire turret.
Yeah.
Yep, there is only 1 plate left remaining, or at least there would have been if the plates were still up. It has been a minute past that time. But yeah. It's a very happy Nah up here towards his top side as he continues to push forward, tossing boulders towards Morgan. And yes, I mean, we can talk about all of the Fiora things, right? As, okay, Umti, you are in a lot of trouble. The box is going to come through. Umti's going to flash it to avoid getting slowed, but there's the hook. It's going to land once again. As, okay, Umti's able to stay alive thanks to the wild growth. Actually, a great interrupt there on the Nimbus strike by Effort. Good timing. That saves his jungler.
And it's nice that you save Umti, but like you lost your topside turret. Zeus is single-handedly generating an even bigger gold lead, and this is the problem when you're facing T1. You need to shut down every single head, right, of the Hydra. Like, you can't just chop off one. You got to deal with all of them. And that is where I think even some of our best teams often struggle with. Because right now you have a mid lane that is going completely neutral, which doesn't really need to be more than that.
Well, that is a Nah. And the hook is going to connect. Hannah just going to get played back, and he's just always exactly where T1 want them. As I've seen this play before. It happened a couple of days ago. And Effort's going to go down as well. It's a double kill for Gumayusi. Look at that gigantic shield. And Faker just going to walk it out.
What do you even say? Like, they're just styling on them.
Yeah. Morgan stole a blue buff. That's what I can say about Bro. But man, T1 are just... They didn't like take too long, or like they didn't rush anything, right? They just slowly but surely set up these plays.
Yeah, it's just textbook play, right? Like Zeus wins top in the 1v1 and then starts to move his influence around the rest of the map. And Guma and Keria already are trying to push this turret. Brion understandably try to contest, because if you give it up for free, then you're going to be in deep trouble, but they don't have any insight on where Zeus is. Keria, of course, hits his hook. It was served to him on a silver platter. And here we are. Now it is a 4k gold lead.
Gumayusi went Infinity Edge second, by the way.
So this is really interesting, actually. I need to look at this a little bit more, but the buffs that were done to Aphelios were mostly with his attack speed, and previously we did see some IE second on Aphelios, but I feel like ever since the patch we've seen it a lot more. With this build you also get an absurd amount of extra survivability, and right now T1 is snowballing on every single facet of the map.
Yeah. This is a perfect game outside of that first kill. That hook just barely out of range. And that is a second charge. Keria just yoinks Gumayusi out of there, and Faker is now chaperoning another wave towards an inner turret in the mid lane. Umpty is going to come on over. Let's see whether he finds an ulti here. Not actually going to throw one out. Lantern is going to come through, and immediately the Captain Jack comes out from Gumayusi, and he will be A-OK. But they get a summon a spell, I guess.
Getting cleanse is quite nice for Brion. The main issue is that with how the gold lead has accelerated, you now have multiple big threats.
I love when
T1.
Naz used their ult on a wave.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Satisfying.
Yeah, sorry, continue. I interrupt.
That's okay. Atlas, I never mind being interrupted by you. Earlier today, or earlier in the cast, I didn't interrupt you, so it's only fair that now you do interrupt me.
I think I interrupt you all the time. I'm a bit of an interrupter.
You do. I feel like you mildly bullying me. It's just how it works. It's just the reality of things. I've never questioned them. And I'm not going to start.
I do out of love, I promise.
I believe you. Soul point going to be set up here for T1. If they can get this dragon, item lead is disastrous. So Brion need to 100-0 Guma at the start of a fight if they want to have a shot here, or keep Hannah alive throughout everything that's going to be thrown at him.
All right, let's see whether Keria can make it into the backline. He just gets pushed away. Has to use his ult so defensively. Cyclone on to 3 is fantastic as Zeus tries to get into the backline. Not the greatest now, but still, it's going to get the job done as the Lulu goes down first, and T1 take control of the Dragon Pit. And yeah, that is going to be Soul Point. And everything as it should be. 0-3-0, unfortunately, for Effort. Unable to keep himself alive there. As Umpty, he tried to escape. And Zeus is going to say no thank you. You know, Umpty was able to get the camp.
Yeah, he was dead. So maximizing resources is all you can do. And what do you do as Brion? Faced with this. So as we mentioned, the main win con here is trying to kill Guma. And Keria actually with the flash.
The flash defensive play.
Yes. So Karis doesn't have an angle, Guma still foiled. And the tragedy is, even if Karis does get on top of Guma there, like, Guma has 2 items, a BT and a fully stacked, like, overheal shield. And BT shield, like, it's not happening.
That's Morgan's real dead. Karis now going to try and look for this one as well, as at least, okay, he's still mega. Just for a couple of seconds as Karis gets into his Shroud. That was almost just a 1v3 double kill.
Wait,
I guess at first it was the 1v1.
He was still going. He's hopping in.
He's hopping in. All right, Karis, can you survive? Zeus is going to walk in. Wild Growth comes down, but the Hyper Procs are going to be in. He'll have another hop, but he doesn't need it because the Boomerang was coming down. Zeus just killing everyone else while the rest of Pro are trying desperately to defend. Zeus is not done. Effort is now going to get chased down. He has no Wild Growth, and all right, okay, Zeus. All right, buddy. As Glacial Prison is going to miss, and he'll just leave. Yeah, I'll clap as well. I'll clap as well.
That was a 1v3.
Well, it was a 1v1 and a 1v1 and a 1v1. It's kind of what it felt like, or at least a 1v1, then a 1v2, and then a 1v1. As all right, Gumayusi is going to be out of Snipe Morgan. Faker is going to go golden. And Umpty's desperately trying to hold on to this one, but it is well and truly done. Keria is going to be taken down, as perhaps a Zeri moment was almost upon us, but Henna just kind of dies. And now it's a open Nexus. And what? Okay. Polymorph comes in, but that's only going to buy them a little bit of time. It's, okay. The Nexus dies, so it's okay. It's all right. Just ignore that, guys.